Haiti changed me. Haiti really changed my perspective on life. Now, when I first visited Haiti, it was only a couple weeks after they assassinated their president. We pulled into Port-au-Prince. Now, Port-au-Prince is known for being run by gangs. 90% of everything that's going on in that port at this time was through gangs in Haiti. Pulling in to the bay of Port-au-Prince, right off the bat, just looking in the water, you can see the change of lifestyle. You can see the difference between the clear blue ocean and the Bay of Port-au-Prince. The Bay of Port-au-Prince was filled with trash. It was dark. You couldn't see below surface level. There was a thick layer of muck, a thick layer of oil, and a thick layer of trash, stopping the sunlight from going down into the ocean. Watching my ship's bow plow through the trash in this bay was a sight I wish I've never had to see. Seeing so much trash in such a beautiful ocean is heartbreaking. Now, as we pulled forward, entering closer to the port, we started to have small boats pull alongside our boat. These were just local fishermen. These people were trying to sell us goats from their small boat. They were holding goats over their heads in exchange for our shoes. They were willing to give us goats for a pair of shoes. It was small boats filled with people begging for shoes, begging. Just for shoes, something that I slip on every day. Now, once we finally tied up the ship, was moored up to the port, the first thing we had to do before we can discharge any cargo was get armed security on board. Because like I said, this was a very dangerous port run by gangs, and we had to protect ourselves. Because on a merchant vessel, at least in the US, we have no arms on board. We were not escorted by any military ship. We were going in there all by ourselves, so we had to get armed security. These were armed security from Haiti. Now, when these men walked on board, the first thing I noticed wasn't the guns on their back. It wasn't their military or security uniforms. It was the fact that they did not have shoes on either. They walked on the hot metal deck of that ship barefooted. The security that was sent there to protect us didn't have shoes on their feet. Think about that for a second. These people were hired by our company to protect us from gangs in Port-au-Prince. They didn't have shoes on. I felt bad for these gentlemen. This was probably a respectable job, possibly a high-paying job in Haiti, and they didn't have shoes. As the nights went on, our security started to almost slack off in a sense. They were sleeping on deck. We had to keep waking them up as we did our rounds. But when their job came to the most important part of their time on the ship, When the gunfighting started, when the bullets started to fly, which they did when I was there were multiple gunfights while I was there, just down the road. Security, they ran and they hid. Now, I'm not judging them on their reactions. I'm judging them on their supposed experience. Why are they doing what they're doing? If they fear those gangs as much as they do, as if they fear just everyday life in Port-au-Prince. Watching them run and hide as the bullets flew reassured me that these gentlemen were here not to protect me, but they were here to simply make a dollar. Now, the landscape of Port-au-Prince, I'll try to draw it out for you here. They were mountains all around us, but there were no trees on these mountains. Every tree and every sort of vegetation was cut down. That was one of the first things I noticed. So where are all the trees? It wasn't like there were houses everywhere. There were no trees because when night came upon us, we noticed in all the houses around us and any type of place people were living, there was no electricity. There were just fires in each house that lit the house up, which told me all the vegetation, all the trees were getting depleted from them using it, from them burning it in their house, because that is their heat, that is their light at night in their household. These houses were huts. They seemed to be huts on the side of a mountain, either built with clay, some wood in there, whatever it is, but these were just huts on huts along the mountainside. And at night you can see each individual hut because it was lit up by a fireplace inside of it. There may have been maybe 5% of the houses along the mountainside with electricity. Maybe. The rest were all lit by fire. In the pitch darkness, all you can see is little fires inside the house. I don't want this to be sad in any sort of way. I just want this to open your eyes for the people who haven't or never will get to see different parts of the world that don't live as comfortably as you do. There are these places where people struggle just to survive, that I hope you learn to appreciate what you have and the perspective that I'm trying to show you about how these people live in huts, use a fireplace just for light and heat at night. They possibly work for gangs who threaten their lives, who assassinated their president, who dump trash into the sea because no one really cares. And that's the other thing. We have to start caring. There have to be people to care about this. I know there are, and I love how there are people who go there and help these struggling people out. And if someone from Haiti is watching this, which I hope you do, enlighten me more on your culture and on your lives, because I only got to see a part of it. I was only there for a few days. I got to step in and I stepped out. I would love to learn more I want to open my eyes more to that life, to that perspective. And I hope everyone else does too. So I will never be the same after that Haiti trip. It has stuck with me. I think about it very often. Moments like that, life-changing moments when you get to see things firsthand in person, change you. They truly change you.